It is Monday, January 21st. Yeah. It's about 4:15-ish. I'm out here with team member Mad Mouse on. Let's go. And I noticed yesterday a lot of coyote tracks ran up to coyotes, so we've come here and set up on this point, on this ridge. And Matt's getting ready to light up the coyote call. I've already seen one coyote before we even came out. So hopefully we can pull a couple of these guys in and get some good shots on them. So stay tuned, it should be fun. So we always pick the coldest day of the year for sure to come out and predator hunt. Last year we did this, we were in a blind with a heater. Couldn't stand it more than 2 hours. Today's almost 18 degrees, a lot better. 18 degrees. No coyote shit, but stay tuned. So Matt, he don't like my gun. I got my GoPro, just on mount any way I want. Got my Tacticam with a tactical rail mount. Literally all I have to do is hit record on my phone. This thing's ready to go. So, what do you got on your rifle there, Matt? Let's see. So I got my 22 Win Mag. Got me a cheap Nikon scope on it, Nico Sterling. Ready for a little 22. It'll get the job done. But you're not recording nothing. What I got you for? True. All right, everybody. So yesterday I had to go to work, but as I was getting ready, I seen this young lady here come running across the field. So I figured I'd get out and lay her down. And unfortunately, the buzzards have already gotten to her today. But that's one more fawn killer out of our area. So let's go see what else we can find today. So this is one of those areas that I really look for, and there's just a lot of buck sign, a lot of rubs. And I really like to come over and just talk about one of these rubs, because a lot of questions that I get asked is, how do you determine if it's a big buck or a more mature buck rub? Is it the size of the tree or whatnot? And I don't always determine that based on the size of the tree, because a lot of times a more mature buck with a larger frame, if those main beams come around and prevent them from wrapping around a tree, could prevent them from getting on the larger trees. What I look for is the height of where the rub starts. So you can see here's the ground. Here's about almost 3 foot up before this rub ever starts, and then it just works its way all the way up. A more immature buck is going to rub further closer to the ground and work their way up. And I think it's just the size of the deer. They're more mature and don't have to bend down as far. But to me, this is a very good indication of a more mature buck. I'll show you some more here in a second. See another little nick there. Fresher rub here. So here's another one, kind of like I was talking before. So if you notice, and how high up on the tree before that rub starts, I mean, it's not a huge tree by no means, but again, a more immature buck is going to start rubbing and starting their rub down closer towards the base of the tree, where a more mature buck is going to come higher, usually within that 2 to 3 foot range, and then start working their way up. So another great indication of a more mature buck rub. All right, everybody, so January 29th, it's like 28 degrees and dropping fast. It's supposed to be down in the single digits tonight and tomorrow. So I'm just out on a different side of the farm that I haven't been in all year. Wow. Look at that rub. I've already seen like 7 to 10 massive rubs. Got pictures of them, I'll show you in a second. Definitely a couple monster bucks living over on this side of the hill. Jumped up 5 or 6 does. They were bedded down. So just checking some of these heavy trails, see if there's any early drops, and really just scouting the side of the farm I haven't been on. I haven't been over here in probably 2 years. So a little chilly, but we'll walk over here and check out this this rub. I'll show you here in a second. All right, so again, not fresh, obviously, but look how high up. I mean, you're talking all the way up here. Again, my guesstimate would be this would be a 3.5-year-old, just based on kind of where it starts. So you're about a foot off the ground, and then it really thickens out in the 2 to 3 foot mark, but it still racks up at about the 4.5 foot mark. So it's a good sized deer right there. Let's keep going. Oh shoot, there's another one over there, smaller tree. I mean, they're just everywhere in here. There's sign absolutely all over the place. And now I can't, there we go. Hang in there with us, see what we find. All right, so this is the exact spot I've been looking for, the type of spot. So as you can see, rub. There's another rub right down there going down into the drainage. Another rub there. Tree across from it's rubbed up. And then, boom. You have heavily, consistently used buck bed. If you get down here, you can see that if that buck puts his back uphill, he can catch a wind coming from anything behind him, but he can see all of that. Ideal spot, out on the ledge. He's got an escape route right there, or if he sees anything coming, he can bolt right behind him, right through that trail. So these are the areas I like to find, mark on my map, and then check them routinely, because as we all know, bucks like to lose their antlers while bedded or coming out of bed. So just the things that I look for when I'm out shed hunting. All right, so as you can see, you got another rub, but it's not the rub that's important. It's this fence right here. If you look at how disturbed the ground is on the other side of this fence, that just tells you that it's a massive crossing. Top layer of barbed wire is down, and they are just using that on both sides. You can see how disturbed the ground is from jumping. You combine that with good rub sign. I'm gonna spend a lot of time in an area like this just checking the ground and making sure whenever they hit the ground on the other side after jumping that fence, they're not popping off any of those sheds. So just another thing that I look for. Not saying I know what I'm talking about, because I still haven't found a shed, so take it for what it's worth. Let's keep going. All right, so we've got a field edge, this fence, and again, the top run of barbed wire is down, and you can see how often and how disturbed the ground is on both sides. They're using that quite frequently to come and go out of this field. So it's areas like this, I'm gonna get the old binos out, really take the extra time to study the ground, look all around out here in this field edge, just see if I see any of those antlers sticking up, which unfortunately I do not. Let's keep going. So after I check that, I get on the heaviest trail. Just follow it out, nice and easy. Anywhere that they have to jump where there's an obstacle, you can see again they've been jumping here. Stop, take my time. Just make sure I don't see any sheds.